Everybody, welcome to the video surprise of the day. Today we'll do a very special video on why I prefer Carfax. Please remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon when you be notified new videos, and we appreciate thumbs up. Thank you very much, advance. We're gonna do a little bit special on do a special on our video today. So we're gonna talk about Carfax report and how important it is to have one. I'm not paid by Carfax, by the way, for this um, video, but I do want to emphasize the importance of Carfax and how it helped me as well too. It has helped me in finding a great vehicle overall, and also avoid a lot of vehicles as well overall. So I thought I'd make this video to help others. So if you could share this to others as well and help me with a thumbs up, I really much appreciate it. And to start, why buy used where you could buy new? Yeah, of course. If you had the money to buy new, always buy new. Buying used, you have to accept the fact that the car may be scratched, dinged, or even have a little minor accident here and there, right? And also, it's not going to be perfect. So if you OCD on that, so you need something super perfect. No dings, no scratches, no nothing. Everything perfect. Then the used car is not for you. But if you could really be okay with a little minor scratch. Maybe you have to do some oil change or something, or things here and there. And a used car may be for you, and you could save quite a bit of cash as well at the same time. If you all know, cash is not hard to earn, and you don't want to be like under a lot of cash crunch over time because there's only so much money most people make, and budget is important. So look at a used car like from carfax.com. Our Carfax reports are really helpful, and my preference is actually Carfax. So let's get started. Not to go too much detail on my preference, but you could go to carfax.com and you could find used cars, or you could get reports. You could pay for your reports. You also keep track of your maintenance as well too. That's a different topic altogether, which I do that myself, and a lot of other things you could do research on Carfax. So if you find used car, just click on the find a used car button over here. And I'm going to show you, maybe say I'm just going to show you one from my current car. Let's say I have a Lexus GS used. And by the way, the GS is a great vehicle overall. I'm not promoting it, but I'm just saying it's a great vehicle. Very sporty ride, very reliable vehicle as well too. All right, a little bit about step number 2 over here. So step 2, you can actually filter this out if you want cars with no accidents, no damage report. Accidents means major, minor, structural, etc. Right? Damage, maybe the dealer purchased the car from an auction or something, have some damage they found and they repaired it and stuff like that. Right? Carfax one owner. A Carfax one owner may mean that one owner owned it, and not two owners or three owner. So keep that in mind. Personal use means average Joe had the vehicle and they sold it, right? Or it could be lease, personal use, or it could be rental, which I try to avoid rentals if you can, because rentals usually not kept in good shape. I had one before. One time I purchased a rental, but they had some problems here and there. Don't last as long, maybe too. So maybe the maintenance wasn't all up to par. Then again, I don't know. It depends on the rental agency. It could be a corporate. Corporate could be a multiple drivers. Corporate belongs to a corporation. So a corporation buys a whole bunch of cars for their executives or employees to use, right? And service history is if they go to like a dealer or certain dealerships or certain maintenance facilities that may reflect in the service history. I noticed that, say, my Lexus dealer doesn't reflect the service history we done on it. So we did the oil change and stuff. It doesn't show up because they don't send the information to Carfax or something. So that's a different story altogether. And I wish they did. I don't know why. Maybe there's money involved. I don't know. So in my area, there's 42 vehicles. I'm not going to click any of this just to show you. Okay, so what we have here is 42 vehicles in my area. And, accident reports do show up on the Carfax. I'm not gonna, you actually click through it. You can see more detail and the fair market value and stuff like that. That's something I wouldn't pay too much attention to it. So, of course, the prices will go down in about 3 months or so. A lot of people say, and especially the recovery of the economy will start happening eventually when everything opens back up. So that means a lot of deals to be made because a lot of dealerships and dealers can't sell cars right now. So we want to make this vehicle information so help everybody out there so they have a guideline to take a look at it. And you can add your feedback below in the comments. They help others too. So this one not going to be my first choice. I see there's an accident report, of course, right? So definitely it should be a little bit lower price than others. Of course, the picture is always deceiving until you see the car in person. So never buy anything over the web, online. You rolling the dice. You may get a good deal. You may get a not so good deal. You may have a vehicle with problems, which is hard to return, or it may be very costly in the repairs. So I know people that have done that and could be quite expensive. So this one has one service history. It shows up in the record, but that one I'll probably avoid. And here's another one that has damage part. Why I wouldn't pick this one either, because it has two owners. Sometimes two owners. Maybe there's a problem with the car mechanically, or it needs a major service coming up, and maybe the second owner decided to get rid of it, or the first owner, right? So, and also there's the accident. So probably that could be. This one looks very reasonable, but it's not from a Lexus dealer. You don't know, uh, how the other dealer took care of the vehicle or did done any work on it. So always see if you could check the oil or the transmission fluid. Lexus and Toyota seem to hide the transmission fluid. There's no dipstick for that. So you're gonna also check the brake fluid. Pretty much you could see the condition of the vehicle. And even I learned before, the vehicle doesn't look too good outside. Probably is not maintained that well and could be very rough. So that's something I learned from my history as well too. Even though Carfax everything looks good. This one has two owners. You gotta be really careful on two owners. Two owners, you be careful. Not saying to avoid it. Three owners or more, you gotta be super careful. Maybe there's a problem. Then again, if it's a sports car, it could have multiple owners to change hand before, so they don't keep it for long, and say Porsche or something like that. This one has an accident, so see how bad is the accident. Sometimes this Carfax thing tells you it's a minor accident, major accident, and how bad is the accident as well. And give you a lot of details. It really depends. It tells you it's a front damage, side damage, or back damage, wear damage, right? And this is an older vehicle also. Sometimes you look at vehicles, oh yeah, the thing looks great. It checks out, but it's very old. Keep in mind, older vehicles may also need repairs, and not all parts are always available in certain models. This one's probably easy to get parts for. But there's certain vehicles you may not be able to get parts, like the SAP, or, SAAB. Those vehicles you're not be able to get parts, And if you do like companies like this one in particular, maybe a hard time returning. I don't know. I didn't use them, but you could buy a car online and you could, find problems, and you have to go through the hassle of returning. So like this one, for example, has minor accidents. A lot of reasons you probably could see right now that why people, in fact, selling the vehicle. Well, you notice the one about the lease, right? In 3 years, they're going to return it. It's a 3-year lease. So they're going to return the vehicle, right? Or it could be an accident they want to sell. I sold a vehicle before and it had an accident too. I sold it, right? Don't know what deal with it. It can be some other problems. The payment not match, for example, right? Or you don't know what's the extent of the damage that's caused to the vehicle already. So there's a lot of particular reasons. Sometimes people sell vehicles financially, maybe because they're tight on the budget. They can no longer afford the vehicle, so they sell the vehicle and get something cheaper, right? So, a lot of reasons. You got to find out the right reason. Or people maybe need to upgrade to a bigger vehicle. Suppose they sell this car to upgrade to an RX, for example, right? So you don't know. You don't know that part, but you could get some good deals if you search around. But if you could try to avoid any major accident, minor accident, you got to look really carefully. If you're not sure, just don't buy it. Okay. So this one has multiple uses. Interesting. So let's take a look at this one in particular. Smaller dealership, it's fine, but you make sure they've done any work on it. Um, I'm not recommending or discouraging any dealership. I'm just showing what I see in public information right now. No warranty. You can see that over here. So looking at this Carfax, you can see no warranty. And yeah, it's been purchased at this dealership. Has quite a bit of stuff done already. So it's a certified vehicle. Sounds like a pretty good vehicle overall in the beginning. Usually certified vehicles are pretty good overall. It's not guaranteed. Certified vehicles could be in an accident as well. I've seen some of those. So it's not like certified vehicles, CPO car, like people refer to, doesn't have accident. It depends on the dealership and also the manufacturer. They allow accidents stuff like that. So, and the second owner over here, it looks like great maintenance over here in the second owner. You can see that what's good about this thing is that they have all the service performed on the vehicle. Looks like be taken care of. Got over here, you got water pump replaced, lower bar joint replaced. Definitely maintenance is taken care of this vehicle. And going down this thing, it's been well kept. Nice vehicle, long history overall. So this vehicle has been, kept really well, and it's for sale right now. So if you're looking for a cheap vehicle, maybe it's worthwhile check it out. But keep in mind, the the date on this vehicle is 2005, so it's quite a while. And these are rear-wheel drive vehicles. And by the way, the J mains is made in Japan. So initially this vehicle is made in Japan. So it's been well kept, and yeah, it's two owners. It doesn't seem like a very bad vehicle overall. It has a good history. So that's something that maybe something is a diamond in the rough, right? A very low price. Keep in mind, older vehicles do tend to have more repairs down the line. Things are older. And here's another one. Just price drop. Okay, that's marketing. Corporate use, right? Could be a lease vehicle. It's a corporate use. They return it. Let's click on this one. It looks really good. F Sport. And I looked at the F Sport, for example, for one, before I purchased my current one. There's other not a lot of F Sports for sale, by the way. That's the higher end version of the GS. And one thing I wanted to note is some F Sport people drive really rough on it and been abused. So I gotta be really careful, especially cars that are very sporty and powerful vehicles. People abuse it. So if you buy it, keep in mind you gotta look really carefully. Otherwise, we be paying for the repair bills. All right. So this one in particular, I'm not going into great detail. Of course, I didn't look at it in person. I'm just gonna show you what the Carfax report says. Vet it out before you go. So just go to a dealership and not do your research. It could be a waste of time, or you could get the wrong car. And some dealerships offer returns, and some dealerships charge uh, money if you want to return your vehicle. So, or some of them let you exchange your vehicle as well too. So this vehicle's been serviced and taken care of quite a bit. It looks like in the Carfax report. Not a lot of details, of course, not a lot of history as well too. 36,000 miles is probably what I would go up to. This one has a little bit more mileage than I would like. Um, 36,000 mile, and the price is 33. So this is probably like 58K when it's new. So compared to 33,988, you definitely do have some savings in there. And CPO cars usually have an extended warranty, and maybe service maintenance is included as well too. So that's something good to know about. So if you're purchasing a CPO car, this is a 2014 GS350. Looks pretty good. Don't have much info. Just has a lot of service history. So this one has damage, not much service history. So if you were to pick between, say, this one and this one, just randomly, say, or maybe say, these two, I would probably look at the service history. If it has a lot of details, it's better. But it doesn't mean it doesn't have any, history of the service. So just take a look at the oil level. I see the oil is dirty. Check out the filters. I seen one before, and the filter's really dirty. Or the car idling has problems. You could tell that it has problems, right? So but then look at how many owners. I prefer one owner always more than a two owner vehicle. Why buy two owner one, right? So this one looks quite good. Damage reported. Don't have much details. Usually Carfax doesn't show much when damage reported. This one has accident shown as reported, and this is not F Sport, by the way, so I could tell from the grill. We're familiar with the GSs. So I've done a lot of homework on that. Let's click through this one just to see what you see. I'm going to scroll down. So the damage, see the Carfax is really good in this part. Damage to left front. Airbags did not deploy. Sounds like a minor damage, not a major damage. No big rebuild in Nevada. Nevada is a great area in terms of cars. But if you go to certain places like New England and other parts, you got to watch out for frame damage as well. Frame rust, I mean, from damage from the rest to damage the frame under the car. So you got to look at that. California cars are pretty much okay. And there's certain places that get flood damage. So you got to be really careful about flood damage cars too. There's also titles that people wash as well too. Wash means to bring it to another state and stuff like that, for example, right? So you can be careful for those. This one has an accident. The price definitely should be lower when you have an accident. Of course, they buy cheaper when there's an accident. See, a lot of people sell their cars when there's an accident. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to go through all of these. This one's a minor damage. So it's a minor damage. You'll look at it carefully. So these information are very important, I think, to help you out if you're searching for a vehicle, and also it's good to know the different models. So GS 350, right? This is a base model, right? And I know this is a 2017, a little bit refresh if you know the years. And this one is a 200T, it's a turbo, it's a 4-cylinder basically. So inline four type of thing, right? Turbo 4, right? So why would you want to pay this price pretty much, for something you could get around this kind of quality, right? It's not too much more, you know. Well, if you get the regular 6-cylinder, right? So you got take a look at that, and even you're buying a Craigslist, make sure you check out, you know, the vehicle carefully, because I ran into a case myself too, and purchased from a seller on one of the vehicle trying to sell it, and there's no accident or anything. He's so truthful to it. And when I looked at, as I insisted, and give me the VIN number, I want to look at the Carfax report. And I found out it had an accident. So, you don't want to be stuck with that. Don't believe them what they say. I wanted to show one of this to you that has structural damage, and that should tie it into what I'm talking about. This is the IS, by the way. So IS is the smaller version. Almost looks like GS, but smaller. Maybe it's on page 2. And by the way, not always the information shows up, so keep that in mind. And I've seen different things come up. Some of them shows up with major structural damage just a few weeks ago. Here's this major damage, right? It's major damage. This is a big warning sign. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not an expert. I don't want to be cheap, but I'm sure every car has, potential to be sold. Depends on the person that's buying it, right? Yes, the reports are $39.99. But you can get the free if you buy it from a dealer, but if you really insist. But otherwise, pay the $39.99. It's definitely worth the price. I know it's $40, no warranty. It has its maintenance done before first owner, I guess. But the second owner ran into, an issue, got into accident. I don't know extent how bad the accident is, but based on this report, structural damage may impact vehicle safety and reliability. See, keep that in mind when you're buying cars that are in an accident. Even you look at dealerships and you look at the dealer, what kind of cars they have. Make sure you check out the body lines, all flow, no mismatched body panels. Look under the vehicle as well too. And see any structural or body damage. So this damage, the biggest thing is actually safety and reliability. If you have major front damage, that's the most it's the worst place to have it because all your components are mostly in the front of the vehicle, right? So so if you have front damage on your vehicle, watch out. I will avoid those, right? So this is my part one on this Carfax thing. There's a lot more information I could go over with. Hopefully this helps you out. If you share the video, leave a comment to help others. I really appreciate that. And see you next time. Okay, bye.